Okay, so the other kids that you are transferring in here begin to look at you and look extremely scared.
Uh, I got the feeling that a hands-off approach might be better in this situation. What do you guys think?
You're gonna chop off their hands?
No, I'm gonna chop off my own hands and stuff the stumps in their mouths. Uh, no, I'm thinking maybe it's just best to let them think that I'm scary and kind of not pay them any attention, because I think giving them attention is just not gonna work out very well. I think I'm gonna take that like kind of command presence and keep looking forward. Like I actually had the entire situation under control, and it wasn't based on some kind of random stroke of luck. Anyways, so
Okay, okay, okay.
just kind of like eyes forward, keep walking ahead.
Okay,
Uh, the kid
let's
with the
see.
hat. I'm gonna hold his hand and like keep just keep walking forward. Not too fast. Like I'm not dragging him or anything, but like like this is where we're going and this is how we're doing
Break his fucking neck!
it.
Bite his head off.
Okay.
Next one that laughs or cries. No, I'm not saying that. Next one that laughs or cries gets to drag the rest.
I would totally make you roll intimidation if you said that.
No, because it could fuck up. And unfortunately, it is slightly out of character, but it is pretty funny.
It's great. Gonna have to do an evil campaign with you. I think it'd be funny. All right. The rest of the kids remain in motion. Your hearts begin to pound as you get through this sort of guard gate area. The guards, like I said before, literally are turned around to not even look at you guys. Maybe feeling that if they saw this, they'd have to do something about it. And yeah, you guys make it through this guard area. Your wheels spinning, the kids are pass through.
All right, I think we should just stay the course and stay quiet.
So when you guys make it through the guard area, a slimy, creepy looking, sort of ultra skinny older man waves at you, Erst.
An ultra skinny man waves at me.
An ultra skinny, slimy looking, stinky guy. You can smell him from fucking 30 feet away. Waves at you. And he, let's see if you understand. Alright. He points down this alleyway that he's standing by.
Is it the same man that told us to that paid the guards?
You don't believe so. This man doesn't look like he has a dime to his name.
I think what he means is this somebody that we've seen from like the slavers and stuff?
Does he look familiar?
He looks like a contact that you were told about.
Alright. Then I shall follow down the alleyway.
Alright, you turn into an alleyway that's ultra tight. Your carts are just barely making it through. The kids now begin to shake.
Wait, is the whole slaver party going there?
Yes.
Okay.
So your entire group goes into this area. And it leads into just at the end of this alleyway, a large, like, barn door is open, and it connects to a very tall-looking warehouse. And you guys enter in. And the gate closes behind you. Torches are lit to give light. There's no windows in this room at all. And you see that men with their faces covered, and other races with their faces covered, begin to start like yelling at you guys to move away. Just leave the kids, and they start just giving you directions on just to leave all the slaves and just go. And they help you. They start to like maneuver you guys through sort of like this warehouse.
I give them no resistance, and I tell the child with the hat to keep it.
The kid begins to cry as you guys maneuver through.
I show no emotion.
All right, Erst, Kaz, and Norman, you guys are let out into You did hear the tears.
Can I have a question?
Go ahead, Erst.
Could Norman technically buy the slave, or would he be already sold?
I have 2 gold to my name.
Technically.
Would you like to ask any of the men this question? Now, you guys see sort of like economic type people. You can definitely tell they're wearing long robes and they're fucking handling money. You see a lot of like ruffier guys sort of maneuvering stuff around, pushing these kids into cages. As you're going through this is what you see. They're sort of leading you through like a track that you guys can see at the far end of this warehouse. There's another door out, and there's like curtains and shit that are blocking like the vision in.
So this is how Bracket rejoins the group.
And as you're going through, you see like sort of like a dark room, but you can make out, my dogs are barking. You can make out almost like a auctioneer's area. They have sort of a stage set up and like pews and chairs and tables and stuff. Would you like to ask somebody, Erst, that question? If you can. All right, Kaz, what are you looking for? I need some specific test roll. Oh, okay. Erst, would you like to ask somebody that question? I know you're asking sort of out of character, but I'm not going to answer that out of character.
Yeah, I'll do it just to offset the dirty deeds this is.
Okay, go ahead and ask again, and you ask you can tell it's an elf. He's got the fucking pointy ears, but his face is covered in a very ornate mask.
Could one of the children be bought right now, or is there going to be a auction of sorts?
There's an auction tonight. 10 p.m. dark auction. You have connections in. We can put you on the list. Do you want to come in and auction and buy one of these lovely specimens?
I look over at Erst. I don't think this is your type of place to be in. I can understand your good intentions, Erst, but what exactly are you going to do with a slave? Don't forget, slaves for the most part are fed and housed. A lot of these people that are enslaved come from faraway lands, captured, their families dead, everything. Take them away from slavery and you free them. Could die. This is just the way things are here, Erst. I understand your trouble, but I think it's best we move on.
I was gonna ask how much they would start out for, but right now I'm kind of thinking I should just walk away to see if it's even possible. But
now the man isn't threateningly telling you anything. He seems to. You can read off of him that he seems to have accepted you, being help transferring slaves. So you don't feel like you'd cause any distrust or just chaos by just asking questions.
Just out of pure curiosity, how much is the base price of them?
Yes. grown adults that are of working age. Men usually start around the bidding around 100 gold, women around 500. Kids themselves, all depends on the kids, depending on what the uses are for. Most start around 50 gold. And the bidding usually goes up to around 2 to 3,000. High demand for this city. What do you mean by that? Well, if you take this armband here, and he sort of has like a thing of armbands, you will be known as one of the slaving groups. Don't worry about the guards; they're paid off. They will ignore you, but the other riff-raff will leave you alone.
I'll take one, but I won't put it on.
Okay.
And I shall do the same.
All right.
User joined your channel.
All right. If you wear that armband, none of the riff-raff will bother you. They know better.
If you happen to see Scarif, tell him Norman says thank you for his assistance.
I will let him know.
Come on, gentlemen. We have a city to explore.
All right, you guys are let out through a bunch of curtains, but then it opens up sort of. You guys come out, and it's like a very warehousey, but now it's like sort of a front. You see boxes of grain and like a lot of grain. So right past this last door, you guys come out into a sort of a smaller section, and it's just grain up and down this fucking aisles. And then another guy wearing this armband opens up the door for you guys, and you guys just come out into a sprawling city street.
This was your opportunity to literally have it named like the Italian dry cleaners or something.
I'll think of a clever idea.
Oh yeah, I think after that I could go for a nice warm glass of milk right about now. Norman kind of rubs his temples.
Yeah, I could use a drink after today.
All right, you guys quickly find a tavern. You're on a sprawling city street, more low end. You guys aren't really in like the lavishing areas. It's more common folk, poorer folk. You come across a rough looking tavern.
Now, is this more like a dive bar or something?
Not really a dive bar, more of like a side of the road saloon.
Okay.
Best example would be. Fuck, I don't know what a good example would be. I don't go to bars. Like a college bar, but it's not a dive bar.
Sports bar.
Sports bar, thank you.
Okay.
The guys inside, you guys can see inside. It's sort of an open door. A lot of gamblers, a lot of rough-looking people. A lot of them armed to the teeth. Look like a good like group of adventurers in there. Yeah, it's just more of it's run down a little bit. It's very rustic.
All right, I'll go in.
All right, Norman goes in. Kaz and Erst, you guys have the horses and the carts. What do you do with the horses and the carts? Yeah. There's room out there. All right, you guys both tie off the carts and the horses.
Is I know this is a bit late to ask this, but I would assume that the people in charge would have at least given me a tarp to cover up the top. Or
Yes. Your cart is now covered.
all right. I shall just cover and walk in.
All right. Like I said, you guys walk in, very rustic. Nobody really bats an eye to you guys entering. You sort of fit in.
Well, that's a fucking relief.
Especially what happened last time Burst was here.
Yeah, like I said, nobody really bats an eye to this. I'm really curious how much you found, no talk. But moving on.
Out of character, is there any mention of fats anywhere in this bar?
Make a perception check.
Oh boy.
And that was a quickly to a wiki and just closing it.
Perception, not performance. All right. Oh. Get that out of the way, I guess.
Okay, I just wanted to see what you would get, and that actually fits exactly what fats would be. You see on the wall of this bar, in the back room, one of the first things you see, right next to the stage, is a burnt outline of Fats McGearn. How the fuck there's a burnt outline of Fats McGearn on the wall? Is the reason why bar is called the Burnt Wall.
I'm assuming Erst knows who that is. I'm like,
oh yeah, Erst, you definitely know, and that's the first thing that triggers you. You sort of have that feeling to face palm.
Laughs a little bit. So Fats was here.
I think I broke Hippo.
I don't think anyone knows who Fats is but you.
That was more of a kind of whispering thing, like, Fats was here.
Oh god, that's great. I'm gonna make you come up with.
Go ahead, Norman. What were you saying before? Sorry.
Oh no, I was just gonna say I'm gonna make you think of something tragic happening to Fats in every bar from now on.
Challenge accepted. Hold on, I gotta write that down.
I shouldn't say tragic. That implies death, but you know, something Fats would do. You know.
Like how a corner of the bar could be permanently stained with mud from a tying area for horses.
Well, actually, there's currently a bar that serves an empty drink, empty cup, and that's like the Fats special, I suppose. And then there's also a bar where might be the same one, where the pigs are running around with beards and little hats similar to Fats.
They're like the little plastic noisemakers that you
There
blow
you
into.
All right. Fats' Taverns list has been begun. Titled Taverns Fats. All right, yeah. So behind the bar, you see a Dragonborn working. Wink,
Is it
wink,
a-
nudge, nudge? Poke,
No,
poke.
I got it. I got it.
Okay.
So is it a male or female Dragonborn?
It's a good question.
Male.
Okay, pretty
All right,
apparent.
we've had problems deciding the gender of Dragonborns before.
Yeah.
No, definitely male, because he doesn't have a shirt on.
Could be a very progressive city. We don't know this.
Are you sure about this?
Could be one of those bars.
It's not one of those bars. What can I get you?
I just had a thought of the bar from fucking what is it, Clockwork Orange? Those bars. All right, I go up to the bar. Excuse me, sir. You happen to have it? You have any milk?
Do we have any milk, showman?
Just go with it. Fuck it. It's your
Oh.
way to fucking play this.
I got a cow out back. I mean, it's not a very big cow. You go suck on it.
Turns out it's a male.
Do you have a a clean pail, perhaps?
He hands you the clean in air quotes. Have it.
I shall say, wait, hold on. Just buy him the fat special.
Oh, the fat special.
I look to Norman and say, trust me, you'll love it.
I have a bad
gotta
feeling
come-
about this.
Now I gotta come up with the fat special.
The fat special could be different at every bar.
Yep, I have the list already ready.
Yeah,
Alright,
I thought it would be a
fat
multi-cup
special at
all
this
every
bar
time.
is a half gallon of ale mixed with whatever alcohol there is. Just a half gallon of alcohol in air quotes.
Oh, so like where you can get like a draft or something, and there's that little tray that can pick up the foam and whatnot that spills over.
Oh, I just threw up in my mouth. Oh, that's horrible, dude.
It's just run off from that.
Oh,
That's the fat special.
oh, it's fucking nasty. No, I'm not letting that happen. I don't want to be
take the
sick when I
same
play this.
said pail and I pick up the mat and pour it into the pail. I hate
Can
this
I watch
job.
this mixture and throw up?
Yeah, that's how I feel right now. I've had enough. I just imagine the B-dubs at my the fucking local B-dubs, and I've seen that thing,
Ugh.
and I'm just like,
Ugh.
Can't get
I
monster
think
going.
I'll pass on the special, thank you. How about just some water?
Thank God. I throw it over my shoulder. Out the window. Oh, I just can't believe you were actually gonna drink that. Oh man, I hate this job.
oh, I'm
Here.
sick.
Here's a glass of water. It's actually a glass of water.
So every time Shoma has to voice a monster, we have to just go fat special.
It's different in every bar, man. That's what I'm gonna stick with. It is everything but what you fuckers just described. You know, I've read some fucking D&D horror stories. My God, that could be a post of its own.
Maybe you really should start up that evil campaign, huh?
Yeah, no shit. Bunch of fucking deranged bar owners. Probably titled Titty Twisters, and you're all fucking vampires or some shit. I'm curious how lost that reference is on people.
Just sounds funny, but I don't get the reference.
Nor do I.
You look like you could handle yourselves. You want to buy you want to buy an entire keg of ale? Has to do math in head. I think a keg of ale is like 200 gold. I'm not sure though. No, maybe it's. I don't know. I'll look it up.
What is it? A keg of ale? Like a full keg of
An
ale?
entire keg of ale he wants to buy.
Hold
Oh, a
on.
gallon. of
Let me open up the goddamn book. Yeah, I think it was given out for free though.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we got one either free
We
or
bought a
incredibly
barrel
cheap.
of fire whiskey for free.
And then Bracket proceeded to tip it over.
Eight gold's a lot of gold. So I mean that's I gotta remember.
But that is
Remember, you
that was
do
going
have
to a party
2,000
with
gold
two-
off Astrid if you took it.
Yeah, that's going to a party that just had one person die who had 2k gold. But
So the honest answer is no.
Yes.
We buried. we burnt everything, including that stupid little box that was locked.
No, you didn't. You didn't burn the box. You brought the box. You said it before.
I took it.
Oh, you got no. You have the deck of cards box,
Ah,
the locked one that we got from the goddess. So that's really up to Showmut if it's something that we can retcon.
What did we fucking burn? I should go back to the burn list.
Basically everything in Astrid's possession. We never explicitly said we took his stuff.
Alright, I know you guys took the
First off.
deck of cards.
Yeah, we took the deck of cards, but that was all we mentioned.
Alright, let's say you still have the box.
Okay, now what about the rest of the other stuff?
Did you guys just loot
Probably
them? I
the
mean,
gold.
I'll let you guys retcon what you took.
Okay. Alright, well, we took all of his stuff. It's in the cart except the gold. How about that? We'll divide it up later. Alright, good enough.
That works.
Team break.
break.
Woo!
Sorry.
Sorry if I just blew your
Around
ears
the
saying that.
house. Beers on him.
That was the dude in the back corner who just heard that somehow through the crowd.
Somehow it sounds like Fats.
Everybody starts doing Fats calls. Fats, 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 Fats. Obviously, Fats was actually popular at this
User joined
place.
your channel.
Oh, jeez, that's a first.
We've already discussed this. There is no more Fat special here. I pour him a gnome dash. I hate this job.
Just think you went from owning a bar to being a bartender.
I know, right?
Which one's harder? The bartender.
Yeah.
Right, you make him a gnome nasher, and everybody everybody starts fucking swarming the bar, thanks to Kaz's yell out. Make a performance check.
Man, something about gnomes and bars.
Yeah, say. All right, good
Gnomes
enough.
are
They're all
jolly
drunk.
people.
They all start chanting "Praise the Sun," and then throughout all the praises, they're all chanting "Praise the Sun, praise the Sun." Every time between, you just hear "Heretic."
Hey, I recognize you. Go away. Go.
Yeah, this bar is getting pretty hectic now. Yeah, a bunch of people start raising their hands. They're inviting you over, seeing that you just paid for a round.
I'm gonna find the quietest table and sit there and drink my water.
All right, yeah, you find a quiet table.
And because it wasn't said, I'll just order a cup of ale, or the I don't know the technical term, but the cup, the goblet of ale or whatever, and
It's
just
just a cup of ale.
join Norman.
A stein of ale.
Yes.
All right. Stein of Ale is obviously handed out.
Wait,
I hope.
from Dusk Till Dawn. I've seen that fucking movie. Jesus. Oh my god.
That's something you guys should check out during hiatus. Like just that clip, it's hilarious.
Das Boot.
I was just looking at like the paused frame, and I'm like, that looks so familiar. Anyways,
Fucking
So-
Cheech gives off probably one of the best fucking monologues I've ever heard from a movie. I just die every time I hear it. All right, continuing on. You guys can watch it during hiatus, or not hiatus, break. All right. So Kaz is off in a group playing a game of Bones. Norman, you're sitting at a table sort of off of the way, away from everybody. Ernst, you're still at the bar drinking from your stein. And what the fuck's your name now? Let me
Me?
let me drag your ass out.
No, I joined Norman.
It's Dorville. Duvel.
I know it's Duvel.
Duvel.
I just have to I hit a button. Just ignore that button. There's a way to drag your fucking character out. Oh, there it is.
Oh, that's great.
That's what I
It
thought.
does. It does. Just picture him with a maul instead of an axe.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna shorten your nameplates.
It's pretty long.
I'm gonna just do it to everybody. Okay. Just easier to fucking handle. Not you guys are next to each other and names aren't running off.
Excellent.
All right. Yeah. So two of you guys are at the quiet table. Deauville, you're still working.
Is Norman or not Norman? Erst near the bar.
Ursh went to the table with Norman. Holy health there, Norman.
That wasn't me.
I go mosey on over to Erst and Norman. Bars are where it's at, man.
Let me get to the page.
I was being talked to by a third party, sorry. So I didn't hear anything about First.
Well, nothing has been said yet, so.
Yeah, hold on. Okay. You have proficiency. Yeah, I don't know what it rolls into either. I'm looking at my list here real quick. It looks like my D&D papers just got lost. All right, cool.
Uh-oh.
I have a bunch of house spying shit all laid out, so I apologize. All right, go ahead and just roll a d20, add your proficiency modifier, and I'll fucking figure it out from there.
Fun little fact: that list of cocktail pages that you brought me through, that you linked. I have learned that wolfram is another name for the element tungsten.
Ooh.
That's why it's a W. Today I learned. All right.
Where the fuck did my papers go? Whatever, I guess. I'll just move on with my life. I'm really confused right now. I apologize. All right. Okay, he's AFK for a second. I'm gonna fucking reprint out my papers. It's all good. It's all good. I am printing out. Reprinting out my my cheat sheet since you did not win this round of dice. How much money did you bet? 5? All right, that 5 is taken away. A lucky-looking halfling ends up winning the table. Giggling. Laughing.
So I look over at the bartender that is now sitting at our table with Erst and I. Not a fan of your job, huh?
No. I used to be. No, I can't. I'm not. Nope.
Don't hurt yourself doing voices.
Do it.
Well, I
Keep
almost said
yourself
I
a
used to
voice.
be an adventurer like you until I took an arrow to the knee, but it's like, I can't do that. You look like you could handle yourselves in a fight. You go adventuring much?
Yeah.
Norman looks at his attire exactly like his little thumbnail. I don't know where you get that from, friend.
I'm assuming that's from me.
Yeah.
I was very specifically looking at.
Oh, never mind. Norman chuckles and drinks.
But you walked in here with him.
And
I'm looking for someone. Holy shit, this voice is getting weird.
Yeah,
Do it.
getting closer and closer to a pedophile.
Hey kid, get in the van. I'll get you some candy.
All right, Kez, you win that round. So you get 5, 10, 15, 20 gold on top of your 5.
just remember to channel your inner Delicious, because if I was playing her, I would be doing her voice. But anyways, so who are you looking for?
Well, that's unimportant.
Well,
I haven't heard any news of him.
well, I mean, if I'm all ears if you have a
Look,
story
I just
to
want to
tell.
go out. I want to adventure. I want to find him.
If you want to join, we're no stranger to strangers.
Yeah, we've kind of been a very strange ragtag group. So
What time is it? Is it early morning or late night?
I think it's late night.
It's late night.
Look, if you'd like to have me, I'd come with you. I can set you up with a room here. There's a room here, right?
Yep.
I get you a room, and then we can head out in the morning. I'll take what's mine from the bar, and we can leave.
Sure. I look at Erst. Not gonna turn down a free stay, I suppose.
No, don't get me wrong. Like, I am barely fitting in this chair. I am 7 foot tall and very, very muscular. A very scary looking man.
Okay. I'll take you up on your offer.
I was planning on staying with a friend.
I mean, you don't have to take the room.
Well, Erst, you can go find your friend. I'll stay here.
And that gnome you're with, you can come too.
All right, that sounds good.
Roll perception.
Me or them?
Kez.
To see if it's a random person he's
You're at the
talking to.
wrong table. You're just talking to somebody else right next to it. Norman, Deauville, Erst, Kaz is talking to the table next to you guys.
Do we notice?
Yeah, you notice.
He's not very bright, is he?
I motion to the half orc to turn Kaz around.
Kaz, you feel a hand You feel a hand grab you by the head and turn you?
Over
Now you
here,
see
Kaz.
Norman and Ernst.
Whistles to get his attention. Over here, buddy.
We got some lodging. We got some lodging for the night. Oh boy, he's gonna be a handful. Kaz, how much have you had to drink? Yeah, like,
He's had a lot. I know. I've given it to him.
is it like really late at night, Shoma?
It's getting there, yeah.
All
I
right.
go over to the bar. I say, "All right, last call. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here."
Ah, fuck you!
I stare at him.
He fucking flips you the bird. And literally, he flips out a bird.
Hey, Barry. You with your stupid tricks. Get out of here.
You know I love you!
Ah, Barry, I love you too. Now leave. You gotta go home before you make a mess.
Alright, hold on. Bird, come back to me! The bird comes back to his hand. He fucking pockets it.
Just threw a bird at me. It's like, oh, okay.
Waited
The
23 years
drunk
for that
guy-
joke.
The drunk guy turns to Kaz. Get him in here!
Pulls him from his pocket.
No, there's no horses at the bar.
The drunk guy flips his head around. I really wish we were at a table, because I'm really, like, doing, like, emotions here. The guy, like, he's not even, like, looking with his head. He swings his entire body like he's looking with his chest. He's just like, ugh! There it is! He pulls his bird back out of his coat. Bird, go! And the bird flutters and now is on the horse's ass.
All right, you had your fun. Now get out.
The drunk turns back to Deauville. In a really, like, subtle voice. Oh, ain't that an ass of art? And he's got his head tilted. His arms are sort of swinging. And he's like swaying back and forth.
He wants to fuck the horse. Oh no, Barry, he's escaping. You better go chase him.
He turns his full body around, swinging his arms, just letting him hang loose. He puts his left arm over behind his head. He rests it on his shoulder and he waves his hand. Bird, come! The bird flutters back to his hand. And he puts it in the back of his shirt. Then he pulls his hand out. The bird's in the back of his outfit. You can see it fluttering around. When you say that, he looks at you. He points at you. Yeah, that's a good one. He's like, I like you. And I like what you're doing. So watch this.
Is he the last one in the bar?
Yeah, at this point, he's the last one in the bar. He sort of opens his pants up.
Oh, no, Barrett, no.
He yells, cock! And poof, a chicken comes out of his pants. This chicken is now running around your bar.
I walk over to Barry, put my hand on his shoulder. All right, Barry, it's time to leave.
When you put your hand on his shoulder, you get the bird.
Do I smush it or?
You hear it, you feel it flutter.
All right.
Hurst walks out. He can't handle it. Don't squish Felicity.
Don't worry, I've done this enough times. I pick him up and I move him outside.
Praise the
Take it,
birds.
chicken.
Praise the birds as he's getting pushed out. All right, yeah, you push him out. Erst is out. Kaz, Norman, and Deauville, you guys are still in the bar. The chicken's still running around.
I grab the chicken by the head.
Make an acrobatics check. This chicken's all over the place.
God
Oh
damn it.
god, it's gonna be a dead fucking chicken.
It's not supposed to be with advantage.
It's all right. I'll take the 8. Yeah, the chicken dodges you. Chicken's just running around still. Deauville's chasing it around. Kaz, Norman, what do you guys do?
I'm just gonna sit there watching. Kaz, maybe. Kaz, perhaps you should sit down before you walk into a table or something of your height.
This chicken is just running circles around you right now. Yep.
Have I
That cock
grabbed
is
the chicken
quite
yet?
Quillen sunglasses, the handful.
Yeah, Deauville, you just cannot catch this chicken right now. You guys are watching a
Another one.
7-foot muscular tall dragon fucking fuckery trying to chase a chicken who's like down to his ankles. Alright, right as you're about to catch the chicken runs into a wall, and all you hear is bones breaking.
Oh no. He rolled a 1, didn't he?
He did roll a 1, actually. So when you grab the chicken, its neck is like disjointed, and its head is just fucking bloody.
Bar fight.
Smack it against the table and make sure it's dead.
Yep, you just hear another crack.
Exactly my thought.
Suddenly,
Alright,
Egg
your
just
room's
seems to fall out.
upstairs to the left, bathroom's on the right.
What'd you say, Erst?
Next thing you know, Egg just slowly come out.
Zombie chicken.
Yeah, alright.
I think a chicken counts as tiny. Thank you.
It is tiny.
Make the chicken abomination. We'll call him
What
the
are you
Colonel.
doing to my chicken?
Alright, so. Alright, Mr. Kaz, I think it's time to get you to bed before you, I don't know. There you go. Do you know where the bed is? Good enough. First, don't you have to go see your friend?
Oh, I'm gone.
Erst
He's
left
already
already.
gone.
Oh, he's gone. Oh, yeah, he's okay. He's gone. I sit down
The
with my
chicken grabbing commotion, he
With
escaped.
That's why I left. That's why I whispered you.
Oh, I see. So I sit down with my half glass of water. Kaz, are you like out like a light? So Norman's swirling around his drink. So, what's your name? I don't think I caught it.
Oh, me? Oh, Dorval.
Horrible. So, humor me for a moment. What does a 7-foot tall dragonborn look for that he's so desperate to leave with a bunch of strange people?
I was expecting something completely different being asked.
Me too.
What do you expect in a woman?
Do you want
That
to
came
talk
from
about
me.
girls?
Norman just randomly tells the birds and the beast people. You look like a trustworthy person. Looking
Norman
for my
chuckles
brother.
to himself.
And then remembers how he betrayed everyone he past knew. In the past, he's known.
So, What's your brother's name?
Orville.
What happened to Orville?
I don't know. He just went to explore. He hasn't come back yet. I can't keep doing the voice for much longer.
Don't
Yeah,
don't
that's-
hurt yourself doing voices. I've already told Seafrog. Just do it when it matters in like, but normal conversations, don't force yourself to do the voice. It's cool and all, but it hurts you, and I can tell it. So don't fucking force yourself to do it.
Remember. Yeah, try to avoid Scratchy. But what was I gonna say? Also, art is pain, so take that as you will. So where did Orville go exploring?
Here, this continent.
Oh, well, that's not very specific. Do you realize that you could be exploring with us for the rest of your life?
I need some friends.
Well, we're gonna be some strange friends, and I'm gonna warn you now. Some people have already died, and I'm sure Erst, who already left, has seen more die.
I've had worse friends.
Fair enough. So, I need to learn some information about this city. Know anything about the new order that took over?
Do I know anything?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say no. You know that the new order has taken over the guards posts, but you have had no reason to look into it.
Not much. They came here recently.
Are they dicks? Are they doing the stereotypical evil thing where they're...
I think you went a little robotic there
Yeah, you
for a
went full
second.
robot there, Waylon.
Yeah, your ping's through the roof.
Let's give him a second. It'll probably kick off.
Note to self: don't look at phone while.
All right, there you go.
No, they haven't been too bad. I mean, depending on your term of bad.
How long? All right. So one thing you do know is that there was a ruckus in the royal palace, but no one really knows what
I
happened.
tell them that.
Huh.
I may not sound like me right now. I may sound like a DM.
Well, that's a shame. Alright, well, might as well call it a night, I suppose.
Good night. Are you on the floor? Laying down on the floor? I don't remember installing mimics. I get down and I look under the table. Hello? Hmm? What? I wasn't injured.
Norman just kind of shrugs. Pack your stuff.
I mean, I was coming with you anyway.
Well, make sure you
I guess-
pack your stuff.
Okay.
Alright,
Your
So-
room's upstairs.
All right.
I go behind the bar and just sit and sleep.
All right. There's a back area for people that work at the bar during the night, so you find a spot to sleep. Norman, what do you do?
go up to where the rooms are.
All right. You go up to the rooms. You hear the sounds of people snoring. Very thin walls.
What's a seedy sport bar? Of course it is.
Yep.
Well, at least it's not a brothel, I suppose.
Some sounds suggest otherwise.
It's not intended to be a brothel, but it is.
Typical sports bars.
Actually, brothels.
Surprise, surprise. All right. So, no talk.
Yes.
What has Erst done? He did leave earlier in the night. So what did you do?
Uh. Is it past 10 or close enough?
It can be.
All right, I shall go there.
Go where?
To the slavery place
All right.
that we first arrived in,
All right.
and I take my cart.
All right. You arrive at the place. Very easy to get to. Later in the night, the streets are a lot more open. It's still a city that doesn't sleep. Traders coming in and out, people moving through the streets, especially this area. Not really a residential area, more of a commerce place. Um, yeah. All right. You come across up on the building. What do you do?
Is there anyone guarding the place?
You notice a group of what appears to be like warehouse workers out front. At first glance, they really do look like warehouse workers. At second glance, you see the armbands, and they are eyeing everybody that walks by very, very sneakily.
I shall show them, or I shall walk to the building, show them it, and continue walking in.
All right. They see you hold up the armband, and they motion for you to put it on.
I put it on.
And as you're walking in, one of the guys says, "Do you want a mask?"
Yes.
All right, they're on your left when you enter the door.
All right, thank you.
All right, when you enter the door, in this place you just noted, or that you just went through, is like completely turned around. You walk into like a grand fucking ballroom of just stylized stuff. Crystals hanging from the roof. It's well lit with torches. Rich people in very fine clothing are walking around. Everybody's masked. You grab a mask off from the left. It fits in with everybody else's mask. And just it's almost like a festive party. You see a bar being tended by a very upscale looking bartender. And yeah, that's what you walk into right now. You were just there just after 10, and it seems like the festivities have not begun yet. Now, you see most of these people aren't wearing armbands, but a lot of the workers and the waiters are.
User disconnected from your channel.
I shall act like one of the fancy people.
Okay. You start to blend in with the fancier people. Now, when I see fancy people, yes, there's a bunch of rich looking motherfuckers, but there's also people sort of dressed like you, more warrior-ish, more like down to earth, like less eccentric than the rest. But they are definitely of the higher class still.
I mean, like casually walking around, not being like, "Oh, how can I be useful here?"
Oh, okay. You're just trying to just sort of case the place.
Look normal.
Okay, yeah. You blend in with no issue. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
He's pulling a Norman.
Yeah. You blend in. You're perfectly fine with the blend in. A waiter comes up to you and asks you if you would like a drink or perhaps some appetizers.
A drink is fine.
What would you like to drink?
It doesn't matter. Bring me what you feel like making or taking or whatever.
We will bring you the fat special. And he walks away.
Oh god. Oh jeez.
I feel like that shenanigans went on here not that long ago for Fats to be involved in such an uptight place.
That's true. Maybe. You never know. Look into it. All right. All right, yeah, you fit in. Bartender comes back and brings you a very, almost like whimsical looking drink. It's, a lot of people are drinking it. Very fancy looking. Multiple colors sort of blended in together. Sort of like an Arnold Palmer or John Daly, I think is the alcohol version of it. But yeah, you blend in. What would you like to do now? Are you gonna wait for the auction to begin, or are you gonna try and peruse people? Let me know what you're trying to do here.
I'm thinking about asking someone why there's a fat special in such an uptight place, but I'm just for now gonna just peruse along.
Okay.
Although
Go ahead.
it may be a bad thing to do, but maybe if there, you know how before auction there's a viewing area, so you can see before you buy.
All right,
Or
there
closer
is a viewing area. As you walk through to get to this viewing area, you hear a lot of people mention, "Oh, the specimens are fine today." I heard that they had special guards to allow that help the carriage get through to bring in some pristine specimens. Shit. Yeah. So you sort of catch a little bit of small talk about how very how much of inventory made it through thanks to some people, and you hear a mention of Scarif is going to make a lot of money tonight from some of the workers as you were walking through. You enter into the viewing area. It's sort of, there was a line and the line went real quick.
Is there a child with a hat?
You see a child with a hat. That child is crying. You see a lot of you see almost every child that you guys helped in. You see very buff, burly men, very beautiful looking women, just up and down everything. You see a lot of like the cheaper, like very emancipated, like older people, slaves kind of thing. And everybody in the viewing room is just mentioning how amazing the choice selection is today. It's unbelievable. Most of them are saying.
Are there any other children crying?
Most of them are either crying or very scared.
Is anyone looking directly at the child with the hat, like taking interest? Looking at that child specifically for longer than the others.
You see a couple people focused in and talking about the child, yes.
Is anything of note I could hear?
You hear, so you catch 3 different groups. So you hear a couple. You hear a couple talking about how that would be amazing to adopt him. Why they would be buying him is an interesting point in your own head. You see a very fat looking man saying that if raised right, he could be used as a racehorse slave, probably to use him to race horses or something. And the third is well, you can tell by sort of her shape, a very gorgeous, busty woman wearing very very sexy dress, and she's just eyeing the child up and down. She doesn't really say anything, but you can definitely tell she's interested. Jessica Rabbit would be a perfect example, yeah. Her mask is also in the shape of a rabbit.
Oh, what's the opposite of a pimp? The
Pimp
female
talking
version of pimp?
The female version?
Yeah.
The
Madam.
madame.
Yes. I'm assuming she's a madame.
You can assume whatever you want. I didn't say anything.
Alright. I shall exit and just act casually. And, like, exit to the ballroom area.
Find out why it's called a fat special.
Alright.
Says a voice in your head.
I shall ask, some random people that look or are dressed normally, why this drink is called Fat Special.
Alright, you,
And I shall add in, it seems like a peculiar name to give to a drink.
You approach the bartender. Everybody you ask sort of tells you to ask the bartender. He's in charge of making and understanding the drinks. And it was on his list of drinks for them to memorize for the night. So you go up to the bartender. Bartender is actually a gnome. And his bartender, you can actually see, has a plank running very, like, halfway up the bar. So he can run left and right on this plank to serve people that are up height. When you ask him... He says, "Oh, yeah, Fats is a hero of mine, and I've noticed that every bar he's visited has drinks named after him, all varying different alcohols that Fats drank there. And well, mine special is after hearing about his heroic rise to being the ambassador between gnomes and dwarves in due night. So I made the perfect blend of gnomish ale mixed with dwarven whiskey to give it that magical look to it." And he's got this huge ass smile on his face, and he's so like thankful that you asked him about his drink.
It's just delicious. Can I have another one?
Yes, you can, and it's on the house, just like all the other drinks. It's sort of a joke, but thanks for asking.
Sort of a joke because Fats' wife won't let him fucking drink.
Marriage sucks. All right, I'm kidding. All right, yeah, he makes another drink, runs it over, and he hands it to you.
Alright, and I shall tip him with 5 gold.
Oh my god, that's so gracious of you. Thank you. I wish you to have a good auction.
Thank you.
All right, you walk away. When you pick up the drink, you find that a piece of paper is attached to the bottom, sort of wetted and stuck to the bottom of your drink.
I take it off and read it.
All right, you take it off and you read it. On it reads a message. It doesn't say from who, but it says, "Please help me save my son." And under that, it sort of says the one with the hat.
Hmm. I shall look around to see if there is, like, anyone looking at me.
You do not see anybody looking at you.
And Shelmont, you're killing me. You could have been my backup. My backup character.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm giving your backup character a fucking background.
Ooh.
But Earth shall be, losing words. he feels like you should give him over to his parents or parent.
All right, we'll retcon that. No letter. I like the way you're doing with this. Let's go with that then. I like that.
All right.
All right, there's no letter. I like the way you're doing it better, so let's do it that way. All right, there's no letter. You know what? Fuck it. There is a letter. We're gonna just change it up. All right, the letter reads. Let me calculate something in my head here. Creating destiny ties, plot hooks, magical shit happening in Shoma's head.
It's the dial-up modem tone.
Save my son from a horrible fate. Or potential horrible fate.
This time it's a warning. It says to stay out of the auction. Winning will cause problems. And it's signed SF.
Super fat?
Probably Scarif.
Alright, I shall replace to see if anyone's looking at me with any guard near me.
No guards are looking at you. And there's not really any guards that you see. It seems like people are doing the guarding themselves because they know underneath the masks that they're not supposed to be here. This is a dangerous business. Heavily illegal in the city.
Alright. I shall let time pass.
Alright. You hear, so about 20 minutes goes by, and you hear sort of like a chime going off. Ting! 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 And everybody sort of turns and starts to make way into the auctioneer's room.
I shall follow.
Alright.
But try to go towards the back.
Okay.
Or a place where I can easily look around. So I can see who's buying what.
Okay, you find that there are chairs adjusted to the heights of all races. Dwarves are sitting in chairs that sort of heighten them up to the heights of human. Obviously gnomes and so on. The bigger races are up front. No, they're all sort of, the seats are sort of auditorium style to sort of manage this. So wherever you sit any farther back, you'll have a good advantage. But you won't see people's faces, obviously, even with the masks on. You do notice the three that I mentioned before. You see the couple and the very voluptuous woman up front row. So you can assume that they're humans, or just by height you can assume that they're humans.
All three groups were human, or was it just her?
It's her and the group is in it. Her, she's on one side, the couple's on the other side, and then you see the very fat looking man a little bit farther back. He now that you're sort of behind him and you can see through his hair, he's got elf ears. I don't think I've ever seen a fat elf in my life. Huh.
Google.
Oh. Rule 34.
Yeah.
Oh God.
That's what I think here. That's why I'm not searching it. All right.
Incognito.
In a very monotone, like female voice. The auction will begin in 10 minutes.
Point apple has been taken.
Right. Slight pause. I need everybody to realize that this was the first thing that came up in Google search. It's safe.
Finally, feminism.
No fen elves.
Why are there no fat elves in Dungeons and Dragons? Offensive to feminists? Okay.
I haven't
Now,
read it.
after reading that, as we take our 10-minute break here, please watch the clip that I posted earlier, because it is fucking hilarious. So yeah, 10-minute break, guys.
And this is for the future time, but if anything goes bad or gets depressing, Here's a happy song.
Yeah, if I'm going over the fucking walls here, guys, please let me know and I'll stop. I'm just sort of running with it. I'm not gonna go too creepy with it. I'm trying not to go too creepy with it. So let me know if it goes too far, and I will stop and we'll retcon something different. It's the reason why I'm not saying a lot of different things, because I know it affects a lot of people, and I'm trying to keep it as
I'm
PG-ish as
thinking
possible.
we're gonna have to break out these people.
So, I'm going to watch my clip of the titty twister. And if you also never seen that movie, please go watch that movie.
Yeah, it's a wild ride from start to finish. That's for certain.
Is it anything like Coyote Ugly?
It's a fucking vampire movie. Just go watch it. It's great.
Because I do remember some parts from that.
The mind of fucking Quentin Tarantino, who actually plays a part in the movie.
I have a feeling we're gonna have to rescue these slaves. He's just gonna come back and tell us. Because Dorville is always ready for a fight.
Unless you're playing Dynasty Warriors.
Beer be getting some pop.
I never knew there were so many different types of pussy.
I'm gonna go make some coffee. I'll be right back.
It literally is, that movie's an extreme wild ride. I don't know, I've watched a couple episodes of the actual TV show that's on Netflix, and it's not the same, but it's still just as fucked up.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
I have your map open. Show 'em it.
What map?
The one you made
Okay.
of your place.
Okay.
Seems like the towns along the Dragon Plains are a terrible place to live.
Maybe.
Oh yeah, dragons. Oh yeah.
Alright, I've returned.
Welcome back.
I was debating on whether or not I wanted to take mobile or Great Weapon Master for my feet, and I settled on one. I settled on Great Weapon Master.
How can you be a barbarian and not have great weapon mastery?
Well, I originally was gonna have 2 longswords and dual wielder perk or feat. But then I remembered, yeah, barbarians stereotypically have great weapons.
Yeah.
Let's see if these work.
Go. Angry.
That's its description.
Yeah, you probably don't need
I
the
have
reckless
attack
attack button. Just let me know when you're using it.
Boom.
Nice. 4, 5, 6.
A pitch black dragonborn. With piercing green eyes.
Pierce me anytime, big boy.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
Ew, baby.
Alright, I really need to continue looking up this fat elf fucking thing. Oh, okay. Google image search. Goes a lot of places here.
What about Google Image Search?
It's a dark hole you don't ever want to go to.
We have pregnant elf. Oh my god, what is that thing?
That's a fetish in some places.
Oh, and I really like this one.
The fucking little mannequin.
This is the type of thing that, like, we find the space guy and he has a space gun that is actually in the rule book or whatever that does, like, what is it, 10d7, no, 7d10 necrotic damage or something.
Oh god.
Oh
Is
god.
this safe for
I think I found Fats' cousin.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm kind of sad that we didn't talk about Glurp this time, this session.
The what? Steam, stop updating shit. Go fuck off.
You know the beginning of session last week? Glurp or Glurp?
Glorp.
Yes.
Everything about this picture just makes me uncomfortable. I feel like somewhere in the background, there's like a... you broke
not
Waylon.
expecting that. Jesus Christ!
I'm lost. What the fuck happened?
I don't know.
Oh, click on Red Skull's link. Oh, it's just
Oh, yeah.
mwah, beautiful. I was not expecting that. Oh, the hands just pop up and then it just goes, oh! Oh, I'm in tears. Oh, God. Oh, my God. Oh.
He's still broken. I like it.
I'm fixed. I'm ready if we're... when we
Doesn't
start.
sound like you're fixed. Let's do it. Here you going.
No, I'm not laughing.
Ah! Did I get you? Yep.
What? Laugh at stupid shit. That was a work of art.
I learned so much from watching this video.
What about the amount of pussies?
No, it's a Sly Marbro.
Yeah, I know.
Marbo.
Okay.
All right. Are we? Is Hyena here? You're being weirdly quiet. It's true. I think we're all here.
Yep.
All right. Yes. So.
The auction is about to begin.
Yes. Actually, hold on 1 second.
Yeah, Ritzil, I thought it was all that, but then it gets into facts.
All right, testing. Can you hear me?
Yep.
All right.
No, we can't hear you.
So to sound off, you hear yet again the 3 dings over just, I don't know, it just sounds like someone's using maybe prestidigitation. You just hear. The auction has now begun. The torches dim in the room magically, and a couple torches light up on stage. Room remains dark, but the stage is well lit. A man wearing pure white, almost like tuxedo, and a white top hat, wearing a white mask, comes out. Hello, everybody. Tonight I am your host. We have one of the best selections that we've had in a long time. And we will now say quick thanks to our guards and our convoy for bringing in and protecting them and keeping them quiet on their way in. You hear a small amount of clapping. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Now we will start with the men, the hardworking, possibly farmers. Bring them out! You hear them snap. You see them bring out the lot of hefty big men. At this point in time, no talk. Do you interrupt at all because the bidding just sort of begins, starting from left to right.
Nope.
First up is a big burrowing dragonborn. They have him sort of parading around just with his shirt off and just very thin pants. You are amazed at how high the bidding gets. For the first guy, it gets up to 5,000 gold pieces.
And he started at what?
He started at 400.
All right.
And it goes down the line. Most of them end up around being 2,000 to 3,000 gold pieces a piece. Most of them start around 400 to 300. And it's constant bid wars, just up and down. Most of them bidding right now seem to be the richer people, maybe farmers. It's a lot of just it's just a lot of back and forth. And every time you hear the ding, or every time a bidding is finished, you hear the triangle go off. Sorry, I have to add into that. So yeah, it gets through the men real quickly. The women take a good amount of time. They start really high, and then they get even higher. They get up to like 7,000 to 8,000. Why? Well, who knows? After the women comes out, the sort of the frail people, the older gentlemen or women, and just sort of like the sickly looking. Their opening bids were around 50, and they barely get past 200. And some don't even get bids on, and they're just sort of moved off to the back. And after each bid, they're taken off stage, and obviously you have to win to know what happens. So it gets down to the kids. At this point, most of the people in the room have sort of left. It seems as if you win or if you're done, you can just leave freely. Every time the man in white will announce, he tells you about things, about each person, how much they weigh, how strong they are. They sort of do feats of strength or different things that sort of show off what they're good with. So with the kids now, it opens up with the kid with the hat. He's scared out of his mind. And the auctioneer says, yes, one of our prime specimens. Perfect young age, easily malleable to be whatever you want. Perfect to be a child. Perfect to be slave, farm worker, whatever you want. Clean slate, strong, but will need some whipping, as he's a crybaby. We will start the bid at 200 gold pieces. Immediately, the couple puts up their hand. 200, yes, 200, good. For 300. The big, hefty guy, a couple rows back, goes and puts a bid for 300. It keeps going up and up and up. I'm not going to keep doing each and every round. It starts to slow down at 1,500 gold pieces.
Oh, show me. Before I start the bid, you better not fuck me over this. I mean, like, I get him. It's only, he dies. Like 5 minutes out of the city.
What you do with him is what you do with him if you buy him. All right, slows down at 1,500. You notice that the couple is out. It's down to the fat guy and the pimpette, as we're just going to call her for now.
All right, I shall bid 1,500.
All right. The man in white points at you. 1,500 gold pieces. The fat man and the large woman, the large fat man and the voluptuous woman turn and look at you. They're now staring at you.
I do nothing but look forward.
All right. The fat man stands up. 1,600. 1,600 for the big man.
I shall raise my hand.
1,700. Voluptuous woman puts her hand up for 1,800. 1,800. Fat guy throws a pouch down and just leaves. He stomps out pissed. Now the voluptuous woman stands up and now is sort of like giving you a dominating stare.
I use my eyes to look at her, but not my face. So I'm looking forward, but my eyes aren't.
All right.
And I shall raise my hand. For 18?
It's at 18.
19.
All right, you put it up for 19. She's now staring at you, and she says, 1925. And she looks at you. You are not going to win this. He's mine.
I shall pull on my cat's being annoying.
Just cat out of nowhere. Just get off.
1925 and a cat.
No, he wants to go outside, but
You have an
Indiana
outside
weather.
cat?
No, we have a porch.
Oh.
A screened-in porch.
Oh.
So whenever he wants to go out, he goes by the door and meows.
That's when you start throwing wrenches.
All right. I shall say 1930.
Man in White says 1930, 1930 it is, 1930, 1930, 1930. Sort of going up and down in pitch here. She's looking at you. She comes stomping up. And the guy in white sort of slows down and is now watching. She stomps up to you first. She sort of leans forward. What is he to you? I will pay you to stop this.
I shall say nothing.
Look at me!
Continue. Nothing.
1932. 1932 it is, ma'am.
I hold up 3.
19.
No, wait. I raise it by 1 copper piece. Just to annoy her.
She like spits on the floor next to you. She's 1934. Sir, she has the higher bid at 1934.
I shall ask the same question to her. Was he to you?
Why do I have to answer you?
Why do I have to answer to you? 35.
She looks at you. She looks at the kid. She looks back at you. 2000. 2000.
2001.
Now everybody else left in the room turns to you. She's looking flustered and sort of red in the face, sort of huffing and puffing here. I will have him. She fucking stomps out of the room. You are the winner, sir!
The fat man just threw his money bag on the ground.
He threw just like a pouch down on the ground. Would you like to go and reach for it?
I shall look at it and ask the person if, since he left it, can I take it? Like no fuss will happen.
Guy just sort of shrugs. He doesn't give a shit. You sort of look around. None of the guards. This room actually has guards. None of the guards actually pay you any mind.
What's inside?
All right, you open up and you look inside. Inside the pouch looks to be papers. And inside, you sort of flip them open and read. It's detailing the kid. Frickin' head to toe, perfect description of the kid in worded form. It says, buy it at any cost. And on the bottom, it sort of details out little. It's sort of signed, but it's real hard to read. You can sort of make out like the word Baroness. But the rest of it's sort of scribbled out. All right, sir. The child is yours. You can get him after. You can pick him up after the rest of the bid. With the end of your bid, you hear the.
Then I shall leave and stand in a corner in the ballroom area.
All right, as you walk out, you see Norman. Surprisingly enough, he's very obvious to you.
I join the side of him. Sure hope you know what you're doing. I say through my plain black paper mask or whatever they gave us.
It may not be nice to do it just one, but it's the right thing to do.
And what about the rest?
Money can't buy everything.
I feel like you have a very naive sense of the world, Erst. What did you find in that pouch, by the way?
Papers.
Kind of papers.
Describing the child.
Interesting. I always like coming to these places to see the show. Great to see what kind of strange dredges of humanity get dragged up around here.
All right. You both are led into the back room, and one of this rough-looking guy right by a cage, and you see the kid in the cage, real small cage. He tells you that gruff voice. All right, where do you want him delivered?
I'll just take him I'll take him.
Oh no, that's not how this works. First, you pay him the money, and he points to a guy sitting down. Then you tell us where we deliver him, so that A, we don't get caught, B, you don't get caught, C, we don't get caught. So first, pay the man the money, and then tell us where to find him.
Norman hangs back a little bit.
I shall pay him the money and say it'll just be easier for me to take him.
No. We're not letting you just take him. We will deliver him to you in a specific spot of your choice. Can't have kids walking out of here in shackles and or cages. And by our word on Scarif, he will be delivered. There's a reason why we have such a large clientele.
Yeah, I'll just give him the address to my place.
All right, so your local house in
Yes.
Okay. Pleasure doing business with you, sir. It will be delivered first thing in the morning. Have a good night. What do? You walk out?
I walk out.
All right, you walk out.
So I'm really kind of surprised you did that.
Well, when your true parents die, you have a soft spot for people who had the same thing happen.
You don't think you didn't perhaps make any enemies in there, did you? That woman seemed awfully cross.
I shall just walk off.
know about you. Not interested in getting in trouble because of your kindness. Are you gonna go back to your friend's house?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm just gonna go back to the bar then.
All right. So you make it back to your friend's house, and Norman makes it back to the bar. You guys just go to bed?
Yeah, I think so.
Yep.
All right. So Norman, Kaz, and Deauville, you guys wake up. You guys meet sort of out in the bar area in the morning. Erst, you wake up to find a cage with the child down in the sort of the main foyer. With a letter attached to the cage saying thank you for your purchase. And Deauville begins to make fried chicken in the morning.
This is the best
And-
damn chicken you've ever had.
Do I hear that somewhat?
Yeah, you hear that across town. Make a performance check for cooking. See how good your fucking chicken making is. Ready for this
Wound
nat
us.
1.
Wound us with your sensual culinary skills.
What do you say? Performance?
Yeah, I think performance would work, right?
Alright.
Alright, but he's not really surviving. Cooking is a performance, man.
I wouldn't say performance is
Alright, I
either,
believe Taco would agree with you.
because charisma.
It's average chicken, it's down the road, it's good for a dive bar.
It's mired chicken.
It's like the KFC I got, just fucking they forgot to put it in the fucking bag. Legit. My mother had to drive back there twice.
Forgot the what?
We ordered chicken tender meal, and all that was in the bag was the fucking potato wedges. That's pretty much what it was. All right. That's what I said, Red Skull. Okay.
Yeah, follow Red Skull. Always check your bag before you leave. Just, if it's drive-through, go to a parking spot and check.
Yep. Always check the bag.
Tell the manager of the bar it's so long farewell. We are leaving today, right?
All right. The manager behind the bar gives you pay because of how such a good bartender you were. Gives you a bag of 300 gold.
Nice. I tell her I might be back and I might not be back.
She gives you a wink.
I wink back. Very suggestive, like.
She fans her face. And then waves. Alright, you go out the door, you guys are outside. Got your one cart position there. Alright, Erst, what do you do as you guys sort of go off to find Erst?
Alright, the child is with me currently.
Yeah, the child is in a cage in your main foyer. Kid is scared.
I meant like,
Yeah, the kid's in the building.
I think he meant
no, don't do it. I shall unlock the cage.
Alright, the cage is unlocked.
And I don't really know what to say. Or to the child. Oh, to the child I shall say, I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm granted, you don't have to be scared anymore. You're safe.
You're cowering in a corner. Go ahead and roll persuasion.
A giant dragonborn walks in just then. No, I don't know where he lives.
All right, the kid isn't as scared, but he's still very, very no touchy. He's just like, he's in the corner. He's not really shaking. He's just watching you.
Are you hungry?
He doesn't respond.
What would you like? Some eggs? Some meat? Or something?
Just a hunk of meat.
Kids. The kid is taken aback. He's just doesn't want to move. He's just watching you very closely.
Yesterday, when I was. No, I think that's a bit too rushed. What's your name?
Kid doesn't want to respond. First question, real quick. Did you ever tell anybody where this place is located at?
What do you mean by anyone? Like the group?
The group.
No.
All right.
I think not Kaz, the other one. Norman. Hey, I just joined your party. I don't know who your name is. What? And he was like,
My name is Norman, and our short friend there who enjoys staring at the local celestial body, his name is Kaz. We're looking for our friend Erst. He is the dwarf.
okay.
Alright, do we find Erst's cart anywhere?
No, and with the way Kaz was doing the cart, you guys are on a straight trek path to just leaving.
Yeah, we should turn around, Kaz.
Horse turns around the cart.
Horse goes.
The horse goes. Yeah, I don't.
It's
Just
an auto-driving horse.
making your way down the street. All right, Erst.
Yes.
The kid is staring at you. Refuses to answer your questions right now. What do you do?
Is there any visible scars other than where the shackles were?
You see a visible scar across both eyes. So from one eye to the other eye, not in the eyes, but right below the eye, below the other eye, across the nose.
Is he blind?
He's not blind. It's below.
Oh.
So like from one cheek to the other cheek, and then over the nose.
All right. I shall go to. I'll give him a cup of water.
Kid drinks the water like it's fucking the god juice. It's just he just downs it real quick.
Phrasing.
And Krogath, maybe. I shall say, not too fast. There's plenty more where that came from.
Nope, you guys don't find the cart. It's a big city.
Let's give up on him. If he wants to be found, we'll find him.
You guys going through the city notice that all of the patrols patrolling through the city are True Order guards. They're all wearing their very white, bright, fancy armor.
Now, are these new people, or are they just townsfolk who have been drafted into the new order?
Ooh, that is an interesting question because that is something that Deauville would know. These are all new people. You have not seen a guard you've noticed.
Best keep our heads down. It's kind of hard being a 7-foot tall black dragonborn, though.
Racist.
They look up at you, Kaz. That you guys pass them by and they stop and they stare at you as you guys cart by and walk by. Their heads following you guys.
I want to know if that's a look of suspicion or wonder, curiosity.
Roll insight. Nines for days! Oh, at least someone's good at it.
Oh, gee, thanks.
I have a
Sorry, I
plus
didn't
0
click it hard
modifier. That
enough.
was just a good roll.
Nah, nobody's paying any fucking attention to you besides these guards. They think you're crazy. Not enough alcohol to flow in. But, alright, Deauville. Those are the eyes of suspicion and curiosity.
Poke Kaz and say, you might want to tone it down a bit. Stop. These people aren't friendly. I've been here for a little while, and they're not friendly. No, they're likely to kill you. Just stop talking.
I have a suspicion he may be right, Kaz. Well, don't worry. Give him a tongue lashing then, but for now, be quiet.
They made their choice.
Dovel, where do you think we would find out more information about the New Order? Just how new they are.
Is there a kiosk that says "Welcome to the True Order"? Here's everything you need to know.
Sadly, no.
Dang it. Too good to be true.
I have a feeling we might want to avoid drawing more attention to ourselves, Kaz. I don't know. That doesn't sound good either.
Sounds like a One Piece plot.
Praise be not. Alright, Erst.
Yes.
The kid is opening up now as you gave him food and Eddie started to play with him. He's still very cautious around you.
I'll ask him again. What is your name?
What do you want his name to be?
Um,
Prince Harry.
Fabulous he, Alibaba. Strong as 10 regular men.
I don't know.
To the name generator.
The kid does not know his name then.
Well, I have a question. Now, shall I use picture form?
Are there certain districts for, like, dwarves to live?
Does he look like that? Or somewhat?
That's a very sad-looking face.
He looks very surprised at those flowers.
Oh!
I mean, like with a scar.
Scar goes more. Hold on.
I mean, extending the scar.
Like,
Extending the scar, yes, that looks similar. Kid's a
Yeah.
lot younger than that, though.
But it's quite easy to say that the child is younger, because the picture is from like a 20-some-year-old, maybe even older. Because Berserk.
Yeah, I knew exactly where that was from. The scar more looks like this, for reference.
do you know where this guy lives? Like, at all?
Also, this needs to be shared with Hyena right now.
Horse names. Clyde. Clyde the horse.
I like Sparkle Step. Alright. Yeah, so the kid obviously doesn't know his name if you don't know his name.
Snickers. Snickers satisfies.
Oh
User
god.
joined your channel.
That's actually how Snickers was named. That's a candy bar. It was named after a horse.
So you're gonna name this child Seabiscuit?
Oh man.
Hey, Seabiscuit, how you doing?
Wrong, his name is Secretariat!
I like.
Why do I know the names of horses?
Mr.
Ed.
Ed.
User joined your channel.
Whenever I would have Epona
User left your channel.
in any Legend of Zelda game, I would always name her Glue.
Aw, that's awful. That explains your characters you've made in D&D, so.
Tragic backstory of horses.
I think it's more of like a foreshadowing.
Pills killed the parents.
How about let's just leave it at blank and be like, and just retcon it in later.
Alright, sounds good. Alright, the child's name is Secretariat, for now. Secretariat is blank in Izal. Yeah. So Secretariat is opening up a little bit more. He's not as scared of you. He really likes Eddie, and he likes food and drink and water.
As in like alcoholic drink?
No, water. Let's just say
Oh.
water.
He says he
Yes,
likes
he is an
drinks and
alcoholic.
he like drink and food and water, or something.
I know, because I
Yeah.
started over my words. I want to say water, but I defaulted to drink.
All right. How did you come up in? How did you end up in this mess?
My mother sold me.
Why?
Hold on, now I gotta find a fucking background for this character.
Whoopsie pie. I don't know.
I can totally do this.
I'm the sixth born of a noble family.
Wait, did you say sixth born?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
When you spell secretariat right the first time, that's sad. My family. Could not handle any more kids. I was used as a ward to keep peace between two families. But then a minor war broke out, and I was sold off.
I would ask if I would have heard of that minor war, but I'm not sure that it would be in any, like, heard of anywhere.
All right, go ahead and roll a history check then, just off the top of your head.
Kind of ability check is that, Norman?
Staying out of it? Is that a custom ability check? That's great. Yeah. All right, Kaz, you will find.
I threw him up in the air.
Just out of fucking nowhere. Yeah.
High five.
It's
Oh,
funny.
maybe this was a terrible idea.
All right, now
You
catch
know,
him.
You do know he's got to come back down, right?
Okay.
No, that's not how
He's like
gravity
a balloon.
works.
He's gone. Bye. All right, I catch him.
Yeah, go ahead and roll an athletics check to catch him. Actually, I think it's acrobatics to catch. All right, you fucking jump up and catch him in the air.
Ta-da!
No, you never let him go. He's currently in your hands when you at the apex.
Yep. All right. Yeah, you hit the ground and you muscle your way downward. And you land with your heavy muscles hitting the ground, and you just absorb the impact of the weight. All right, back to Erst.
Sorry for interrupting your narrative.
It's all right. It's fine. You guys found his cart just random, luckily, and probably his home, maybe. Yeah. So the kid describes you, the war, and your history check. Okay, the war he's describing was sort of a small skirmish of a bigger war for power between some of the royal families of Kolan. You were not a part of it because by the time the army was beginning to dispatch, the war was over. It was really quick. It was sort of a surprise attack by two of the bigger families on two of the smaller ones, and the smaller ones got wiped out. And the names of the families, though, are not. You don't know those off the top of your head, but the way he's describing the war fits to the bill of this one that you're thinking of.
Well, I'm not sure what kind of life you lived before all this, but I shall try to make it the best I can.
Does that mean you're gonna free me?
If you want to be free, you can be, but I do have this home and another one in a different city. But that's days away.
I just want to be safe. I don't want to. I want to be strong. I don't want to be a fucking slave anymore. And when the kid swears, he sort of like takes it back a little bit.
Sorry, I'm reading the chat right now.
Well, I know the chat's very entertaining.
Yes, you do not enslave royalty. I shall not say anything about the cursing. Just let it slide.
Okay. So you're not gonna hit me?
You've been through enough. Being forced from your home that's X miles away from here. And I'm assuming that Erst knows the relative distance from that kingdom or castle or whatever.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah.
said, X.
You know that it's a couple days outside of Kalan heading northwest. You know the general area where it's at, you don't know it specifically.
Alright. I'm gonna knock on the door that I think is the house Ernst is in.
Alright, Erst, you hear a knock, knock, knock. The kid scours behind a couch.
Is there a people or any way of me looking out?
Yeah, you look out, sort of
People,
people.
you just see me.
You see pretty much the chest of somebody extremely tall, and then you see Norman standing in front of it. And Kaz is totally talking to the cart.
I don't want any of your damn cookies.
You're coming from the door.
Open up, Ernst. Come on, we've been looking for you all morning.
Was that to Earth or the cart?
I almost feel like he's yelling it out loud constantly.
I think it was to the cart.
Is the door locked?
The door is locked, you fucking Mormon. The door is locked, yes. Erst, you hear the door being jiggled.
What are you doing? This is his house. Quit that.
I shall unlock the door and open it up.
Alright, you open it up to Norman and the Dragonborn from last night.
I have a feeling that I may have been taking care of more children than you. Kaz, cut that out. Get over here.
You have no idea. I shall say to Norman.
What did you learn?
He's a bit higher up the ranks than I initially thought, but
Oh, by the way, you guys see the kid's legs coming out from behind the couch? He is not that skilled at hiding, as I've learned.
Definitely
he-
not a rogue.
I'm assuming that he rolled near a 1, but not a 1.
It is true, he rolled a 4.
Well,
I'm-
You hear the kid just go, he sort of eeps. And he pulls his legs in.
If I look down at him, he's probably gonna freak the fuck out.
I walk past.
You guys can't see him now, he's behind the couch.
Are you going to let us in, Ernst?
No, it's quite nice outside. As I let them in.
So, you said you let us in, right?
Yeah.
I sit down on the couch that the kid is hiding behind. Just come out from behind there.
They aren't gonna hurt you. Much.
You have a lot to learn if you think a
Right,
couch is
the
gonna
kid.
hide you.
Channel.
Sorry, this is me slipping through.
Alright, the kid comes out from behind the couch, sees Norman, and then dives behind the couch again.
I peer over to the couch.
When you see him, he starts to run through all the furniture and tries to hide away from you.
Oh, I'm not even gonna bother.
I will go over to him.
To who?
Small child.
Alright, the small child is now quivering and shaking.
Easy guy. Come on out. We're not gonna hurt you.
So what do you plan to do with a child in tow now, Urs?
He tried to suffocate me with this hat!
He did now. Well, I'm much bigger than him, and I wouldn't let him hurt you.
If he hurts you,
Winks
if
at
he
Urs.
hurts you, I will hurt him.
Norman just kind of rolls his eyes. You're not gonna get anywhere if you baby him. He is a human after all.
User left your channel.
I was raised by humans. No, I'm a dwarf.
I'm a dragonborn. I'm a dragonborn.
Yep.
Oh, no. No, that's me
Face
talking.
More like claw scale.
Oh, Kaz. I kind of turned my head towards, I guess, the hallway that the kid ran down. Look, I'm not gonna hurt you, but you need to learn some things if you're gonna be here. I'm not gonna beat around the bush and assume that you're some innocent kid. You've seen a lot of things. So I would suggest that you come over here and you listen to what I have to say.
Alright, the kid comes out for Doval. But is that in persuasion or an intimidation check for Norman? I don't know. Hold on, first, Kaz, what do you think that was? Is that intimidation or persuasion? No, coming from Norman.
I'm very gentle giant.
Yeah, Norman, give me an intimidation roll. Alright. The kid comes out for Doval, gentle giant. He sort of gives you a hug, Doval. He appears to like you.
Oh, good.
But then he pisses all over you because Norman scares the shit out of him.
God damn it.
Oh, jeez. Alright. What's your name?
He just sort of like
Secretary.
snuggles and cowers into Doval's arms.
I look at Erst.
His name is... Insert name here.
Secretariat!
Alright. Listen, Secretariat. Came from a very interesting place, and you are now in the company of a very interesting man in a very interesting group. Not gonna beat around the bush here.
If you think I'm interesting, just wait until you see facts.
Norman thinks to himself for a second. Bats. Anyways. Basically. Actually, I forgot where I was going with this. Jesus. What did you learn about him, Erst?
Distracted by fats.
Yeah.
Typical fats.
Fucking fats. God damn it.
You can't even see the kid because he's being like carried in Doval's arms, which is like
Doval's babying him.
fucking 3 or 4 feet above you.
He is the 6th born to a noble family, but he was sold off to keep peace. Or before war broke out. Small war.
A noble, you say?
you try to climb me?
Persuade you to lose height.
Persuade the tree to let him down.
So
Having no idea
hit
if
something.
this is, but isn't there a spell? Could there be a spell to just to falsify fears to make them non-existent? Or is that just me
Well, if you
bullshitting?
take away somebody's spheres, who are they?
I mean, for a certain thing.
Happy?
That was deep philosophical shit.
gotta give them new fears.
Is
That's all.
there something that would... I mean, there might be a spell. I don't know the spell list off the top of my head. I know friends would probably work for a minute here. But I don't know if anybody has that spell.
I certainly don't.
I have
Be my friend.
fear and phantasmal killer.
Close enough.
Command could
God,
probably
Norman,
work
you're
for
like
something.
a warlord.
Just command friend.
All right, Showman. So, given what you know about my history and my past deeds, the question I want to ask is, would an insight check possibly help piece things together on what I saw in the auction house and with the information that I've picked up, combined with things that you know that I've done in the past?
Alright, hold on. I'm gonna drag you to another room.
Excellent.
Ooh, whispers, secret.
Ooh.
User was moved out
Can
of
I
your
join?
channel.
Well, it's not secret if you join.
It's a secret to everyone.
Well, this is interesting. Group 2 adopts a slave.
Yeah, I didn't really think this through. But I think it would fit with Erst.
This is
Eh.
true.
Technically,
I
we
don't.
succeeded. Or there was a
King
No, I
died
don't-
by association.
I think it was just the two because the
In
one who
Zerko
was playing.
Slat, I do that all the time. Pretend like, you have to invite me in before I go in. Just set people for a loop. It's fun. Well, to be fair, I was being dumb, and I did kind of piss the dragon off.
Poke the bear.
To be fair, the Elder was a shitty everything. I want to hit something this session.
Well, I don't think that's going to happen.
That's fine. Yeah, but no fights broke out. Uh-oh, he's rolling. Little did you know, it was me the whole time.
What about? Oh shit! What did I do? But
Oh,
that could
shit,
also
what have I-
fit. That could also fit in every other session.
Oh shit.
And
I
the
don't think
papers.
there was a reason we were going here. I think it was just like, hey, let's go to Kalan.
It was for the lights. If you can remember, just before the whole betrayal thing by Clone.
I'm surprised we have woods and bars left.
User was moved to your channel.
Does he have talk
Welcome
powers?
back.
Okay, he does. All right, yeah.
Fucked.
Yeah, we're fucked. TPK. All right.
All right, good. I hope.
I just
I
made a
want
new
you guys to know I
character.
love you.
No.
The
No.
kid's body turns inside out and creates a black hole and kills everybody.
Oh, fuck.
I jump in
Alright.
gleefully.
First
Bag of
person
holding,
that dies.
portable hole. Everybody sucked in, dies.
4 dwarves come in with pieces of paper and handmade dice. Put them out on the put them out on the table for us.
No,
Two
the
bags of
dwarves
holdings
that
don't do anything. You need a portable hole.
the dwarves that pleasured, quote unquote,
Oh.
come into the door and start pleasuring us.
We
Okay,
are
that's
your
creepy.
prostitutes.
As I shake my head back and forth with a palm on it.
Alright. So,
What's the plan?
anyways. I look at Erst. And I just kind of think for a moment. Erst, can you join me in the other room?
Okay.
Alright. So Erst and I go into the other room. Maybe sorta out of earshot, but still whispering. Do you have any idea what you could possibly be walking into?
I ask her that myself every day.
Look, I wanted you to leave the system well alone. Alright? I understand it's not exactly the most humane. I would know. Alright? A lot of the things that I've tried to do, I try to justify. But, kid is. You understand nobility? What you could be getting into? What's the family's name?
Show what? Did he say?
Secretariat.
Oh, I thought you meant like.
Fuck it, Secretariat.
Secretariat.
His name is
That's his name.
Secretariat.
Secretariat family. Or the Secretarians.
Secretariat family name.
Gotta write this shit down. Red Skull, add it to the wiki.
Alright, I wanna see if that rings a bell in my head at all. History
Alright,
check?
go ahead and roll a history check. But it's going to no. I was gonna say
Okay.
it's gonna be extremely difficult because there's a lot of little royal families here and there throughout all of Azal.
Nothing comes to mind, I suppose. What's your plan now? What do you want to do?
Take him along with us. As
You want to
years
take a
coming.
child along with us
Oh shit, police are
What?
coming.
while we go, around and to rather.
If he wants to.
And what is he gonna do if he says no?
If he wants to, leave him here.
Leave him here. Do you have somebody that'll take care of him?
I used to live here.
But do you anymore, considering we just came from, do night? First, I have a feeling that your good-naturedness has very much put this child into a lot of risk. And there's even a chance that you put all of us into a lot of risk. I start to leave the room. For everybody's sake, please think things through. I don't mean this to you, no talk, just your character. Quite like this. But anyways, I walk back into the room.
The kid is mopping the floor of the Kaz with dice.
Jeez, Kaz.
Clean myself off.
You see a pile of javelins next to the kid?
Kaz, he's gonna beat you out of house and home, What's the phrase? Maybe it was
Everything but the kitchen sink.
yeah, something like that. I don't know.
Dungeons and Dragons.
All right.
I'm slowly grabbing the javelin.
Secretariat.
Hold on to these.
What do you remember of your old home?
Well, I lived as a ward for 4 years. I don't really remember my home. I was 6 when I was traded.
Okay. In your opinion, who do you think is the most important person, good or bad, that you have ever met in your life?
He points at you. You're pretty bad.
Okay. Sorry about the hat thing. I'm gonna tell you right now that there's a possibility that had you made a lot of noise, all of us could have been dead. You understand this, right?
I do now.
Yes. I understand your age, but I need you to understand the gravity of the situation.
Yeah, this is some new trying to start shit. Maybe even black hole shit.
I would turn it inside out on us. Oh god, he rolled a 7 on his psyker check. Oh god.
No.
It's actually a mind flare in disguise.
Uh-oh.
Stab him repeatedly. Stab him repeatedly.
I think I'd rather have the psyker go berserk rather than a mind flare. Anyways.
Suddenly, a big...
No, that was Dad Thulu. That's what we named him.
Dead Thulu.
That is a fucking amazing name. Thank you, Red Skull. You're a hero.
So I apologize for sticking the hat over your head, and I think maybe you can understand why it happened. I didn't really catch that at first, and I suppose I can be a little bit more comedic than I mean to at times. Anyways, I'm going to treat you like an adult because you're in a very adult situation, and if you experienced a lot of situations that many children, even possible nobility such as yourself, would never have experienced in a million years.
Stereotypical adventurer startup.
Do you understand me?
He nods his head up and down, yes.
Alright. So. First thing we need to do is find a place for him that he'll be safe, fed, and everything. Do any of you have any ideas off the top of your head?
Send him to the bar.
Where we just came from.
Have transportation there.
Wait, was that if we had transportation there, or he had transportation there?
Not like, do you have transportation there?
I may be able to arrange it, but most likely we are going to have to, or I'm going to have to travel there.
I don't think.
Have him work at the bar where I just left.
What about the bar? can he do there? Can he stay there? Do you have any favors?
She owes me a favor or two.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
No, don't put him to work. Keep him out of the public eye. Think he could stay there?
I'm sure she'll let him stay there.
All right.
She's always wanted a child.
Okay. First, I'm leaving this on to you to go buy toys for him to keep him entertained so he doesn't just leave his room and do whatever. And Secretariat, you to understand, best for you to stay as hidden as possible. Might get bored, alright? To try to stay hidden.
You're gonna have to Anne Frank the shit out of this.
Hear any boots?
I thought you were gonna say something completely different.
Anyways.
The kid looks very interested in the crazy man.
Which one?
The sun man.
It's time to go.
Kid listens intently.
Alright. Let's see. How do we get him to the bar? There's gotta be people watching. Norman taps his foot.
I have a backpack.
If there was only a big thing that we could use to hide him in. Maybe full of paper.
A backpack.
Tauntaun the Dragonborn?
Just fucking.
How tall is
Rapid-
Kaz and the boy? Like, how tall is the boy?
Hold on, let me stand up. Yeah, he's around the same height as Kaz.
Alright. Kaz, do you have a spare set of clothes? Well, guess that stinks.
Just wrap him in like a towel or some blankets or something.
Wait,
No.
I'll tell.
How
How
about
tall is he?
Kaz and the boy are going
like a
to
sack of flour?
Kaz and the boy are going to switch clothes. Okay? Alright. Borrow the chainmail as well.
It's cold, man.
Alright, so
Inches.
give them privacy, let them change and switch clothes. The boy comes out, equip him with the chainmail.
The boy and the priest walk into a room.
They are
Do
two
they walk
separate
into a bar?
rooms.
And then a bar.
Wow, jeez.
This has
Man.
been the world's worst joke.
I think this is the evil playthrough here, Shellnut.
I'm starting to feel it too.
Anyways, so let's see. Erst. I need brown fabric, torn to pieces.
Alright.
Surprisingly, he has that in his room.
Excellent.
Already pre-torn.
Yeah.
Alright. I want to try to take the strands and make it look like Kaz's mustache as best as possible.
Okay. Go ahead and do a sleight of hand check.
I'll aid.
Alright, not bad. It looks close enough.
Alright. Secretariat, look at me.
He looks at you.
I want you to repeat after me. Praise the sun.
Praise the sun.
Louder.
Praise the sun.
Louder, like you mean it.
Praise the sun!
Close enough.
Yeah, good enough for me. Now, Kaz, look at me. I want you to say, and then
Kaz, make a perception check real quick.
Oh God.
He's looking at a chair, or the wall, or the floor. Anywhere but you. He's looking anywhere but you.
Kaz, look at me. Kaz.
Kaz is distracted by the sun.
Kaz. Kaz. Oh God.
It's like he shuts his ears off and just burns his irises into the fucking light.
His eyes are just sizzling.
I whisper into his ear. Sun commands you to be quiet.
But drools just keeps coming out.
All right, Dorval. You are taking Secretariat disguised as Kaz to the bar. When he gets there, take the chainmail off, but keep the clothes on him. Kaz. Never mind. Those are Kaz's new clothes. Whatever. He'll live. I don't know. I'll buy him new clothes. All right. Get him to the bar. Anybody follows you to there or back, let us know when you come back. Got it? First, get Kaz outside and, I don't know, do something that you think you and a child would enjoy doing in the backyard, planting flowers or something. I don't know. Got it?
Alright.
Got a ball? That works. Just throw a ball at Kaz. He probably deserves it.
Hit him in the head.
Like, hey, Cass, down here. Against the wall, and we throw balls at him. Or rocks.
Alright. I'm gonna go follow up on some of my own leads. Oh, jeez. I'm sorry, boy.
I'll take him
I
to
just
the
gotta do this.
take him
Where'd
to
I
the
put my
tavern.
buckshot?
And every now and then I poke him so he yells praise the sun.
Alright, any questions?
If you want to add anything to that, that is where I'm making a note to myself what we ended on. So, because we're going to end here.
Take him to the tavern, get all of the things he said, make sure nobody sees me, wink at the manager.
Just that's it. Just leave the kid in chainmail there. Take
Well,
the
no.
chainmail off. Wink at the bar owner, and then just leave.
I make sure she knows what's happening. Yeah, I grabbed the chainmail, definitely.
By God, this was a fucking interesting fucking session.
Come back, and I make sure nobody's... I'm like a ninja. I take seedy back alleys. And...
Alright, that's where we'll end it. 1,500 experience points. Whew, that was a session.
That was a session. What's our XP now? Cause
A lot.
31,000, I believe.
Oh, and I was thinking of saying this earlier, but I feel
Wait,
like
no.
that someone is going to hear the whole slavery thing and just think badly.
31,100.
Well, I mean, the police are already fucking coming at you.
It's for a good cause.
hold on. Is that enough for the next level? Let me look.
I think we'll be okay.
Is China the name of a horror slash the child?
Alright, I'm gonna drag everybody up.
User left your channel.